The
Robots moving rather quickly towards their sides of the field, and to be determined missing rather dramatically on their reef, and no robots appear to be moving. None of the robots want to dive deeper. It's okay, their operators will take control of them and make them go score some more stuff. Bits and bots moving out of the blue barge zone, and they will move towards the reef, and they try to score L1, but it doesn't quite make it in. Over on the blue side of the field, Leopard Tech and Cyborg Seagulls trying to score some of their coral onto the reef. The Leopard Tech's mechanism seems to move inside of the robot and makes a crunch. We'll have to see if that is a problem later. The Engineers, 1844, have an algae, and they try to shoot it up into the barge, but it doesn't quite go in. They're going to go and try again, and Bits and Bots barely stay upright, but they do manage to keep driving. The Engineers grab another algae. Their shooter starts spinning, and they will try to launch that up into the barge once again. They decide to retreat back to their side of the field. Fred makes a score onto L3. And on the blue side of the field, to be determined, swerving around, and they just miss one of their coral. Meanwhile, Leopard Tech manages to pull one of those algae off. To be determined, returning back with that coral, and they almost had it, but they didn't quite score it. Will they be able to get it? Not quite, and it bounces off of L1. Cyborg Seagulls over at the coral station, grabbing one of the coral from that area, and they go to match 7034, to be determined on the reef. 7034 finally makes one up onto L4, and Cyborg Seagulls attempt to do the same. Engineers manage to score one of the algae into the processor, and the human player on the blue side does throw it up, and it does stay in as we enter the end game period. Fred line up with the deep cage, and they are trying to pull up on it. Will they be able to go up? 7034 trying to get up off the ground. Fred looks like their bumpers are just touching. If they can just get up a little bit higher, and they can't quite do it at the end of the match, but to be determined does manage to get airborne. Preliminary score is 71-45, and we will have your final scores shortly. your final scores for the match. And your winner is the Blue Alliance. We have a little bit of explaining to do with these scores. Red Alliance committed a G418, which gave the Blue Alliance the barge ranking point. In addition, 7034 will not be awarded the climb for G419. The end of the match, 77-51, 4 ranked